Ray Charles Robinson was an iconic American singer, songwriter, pianist, and bandleader widely regarded as the genius. He was a groundbreaking musician who blended the raw emotion of gospel with the rhythmic patterns of rhythm and blues to create what we now know as soul music. Despite being blind from childhood, he became one of the most influential and recognizable artists of the 20th century. The "Genius" nickname was well earned. He had an unparalleled command of music arrangement, piano, and his own voice. Ray Charles was born in Albany, Georgia on September 23, 1930 and died on June 10, 2004, shortly after completing Genius Loves Company, his album of duets with Willie Nelson, Norah Jones, and others. Ray Charles grew up primarily in Greenville, Florida, a small rural town in the northern part of the state. His mother, Retha Williams, raised him in the small rural town of Greenville, in northwest Florida and considered this his true hometown. It was in Greenville that he witnessed the tragic drowning of his younger brother, which deeply affected him. He also began to lose his sight there around the age of 5 and was completely blind by the age of 7, due to untreated juvenile glaucoma, a condition that damages the optic nerve due to increased pressure in the eye. Without the advanced treatments available today, his condition was untreatable at the time. He witnessed his younger brother drown in a washtub outside their home and was unable to save him, a traumatic event that occurred while his sight was already failing. The process took about 2 years, from the first noticeable problems at age 5 to total blindness by age 7. He endured grinding poverty in the Deep South at a time when Black Americans suffered the pervasive abuses of racism and Jim Crow segregation. His mother, a fiercely independent and pragmatic woman, sent him to the Florida School for the Deaf and the Blind in St. Augustine. There, he received a formal musical education and learned to read and write music in Braille, which became the foundation for his legendary career. She instilled in him the resilience to be self-sufficient, ensuring his blindness would not be a disability that held him back. Ray Charles' father was Bailey Robinson, and his mother was Aretha Williams Robinson. provided him with stability in his later years. Ray Charles fathered 12 children with 10 different women. This fact is perhaps the most telling evidence of his complicated love life. He had children with women ranging from backup singers to a European noblewoman. Despite his infidelities, he was reportedly a generous and caring father who provided for all his children financially and made efforts to be involved in their lives. He often brought them on tour during the summers. Ray Seattle at age 18, where he formed his first band, the Mixon Trio, and started performing regularly. Around this time, he recorded his first single, Confession Blues. His playing style initially mimicked Nat King Cole but evolved into a distinct blend of blues, gospel, and jazz. By 1950, he moved to Los Angeles and continued to develop his musical career. His first major hit came in 1954 with I Got a Woman, marking the start of his iconic career in soul music. While music was always his career, he was also a sharp businessman who honed his financial independence. In 1960, he left Atlantic for ABC Paramount, negotiating a contract that gave him unprecedented ownership of his own master recordings, a rare and savvy move for a black artist at the time. This was him honing his business career. His albums like Modern Sounds in Country and Western Music, 1962, were a calculated and brilliantly executed expansion of his brand, proving his commercial and artistic versatility. Ray Charles appeared as himself or in cameo roles in several movies during his career. His filmography includes both acting appearances and documentary features. While Ray Charles was first and foremost a musical genius, he did make several appearances in films and on television, though his acting roles were limited and often cameo in nature. The Blues Brothers in 1980 is his most famous film appearance by far. He plays the charismatic and hilarious owner of Ray's Music Exchange. In his scene, he confronts Jake and Elwood Blues for an unpaid bill and delivers the iconic line, "You better think. You got a mother in, Bill. You better think," before the store erupts into a massive musical number for his song, "Shake Your Tail Feather." It's a classic moment in film comedy. Ray Charles had a leading role in Ballad in Blue of 1964. Also known as Blues for Lovers. He essentially plays a fictionalized version of himself, getting involved in the lives of a blind child and his mother in London. The film was built around him and his music. He has a small but memorable cameo on The Cincinnati Kid 1965 in this poker drama starring Steve McQueen. He appears as a bar pianist who plays and sings a rendition of The Cincinnati Kid. Ray Charles was a frequent guest on variety shows and specials throughout his career. These were primarily musical performances rather than acting roles. Ray Charles Entertainment. Recognized in Rhythm and Blues Foundation Pioneer Award for his pioneering role in R&B in 1991. Ray Charles also received honorary doctorates from the University of South Florida, Morehouse College, and Dillard University in recognition of his influence in the arts and philanthropy. He was named in Rolling Stone's lists of 100 Greatest Artists of All Time and 100 Greatest Singers of All Time. Charles was the recipient of several NAACP Image Awards, Academy of Country Music ACM Awards, and Country Music Association CMA Awards for his genre-defying work. He was honored by the United States Postal Service with a commemorative stamp in 2013, as part of the Musical Icons series. Ray Charles's remarkable career spanned multiple genres and decades, earning him extensive recognition as one of the true pillars of American music. Ray Charles was known to have owned and favored several iconic automobiles, including Cadillac models, a custom tour bus, and even a Corvette. Reflecting both his musical fame and personal tastes throughout his career, he strongly favored Cadillacs, considering them symbols of success and aspiration in 1950s America. Lyrics from his songs often referenced them. Also, according to his son, Ray Charles once owned a '63 Corvette, which he attempted to drive himself on at least one occasion, despite being blind. He commissioned a special bust from the FLXable company for touring, which was customized to fit his unique needs as a blind performer. Ray Charles also owned other vehicles, including Fords, GM cars, and possibly a Porsche, illustrating a diverse interest in both American and European automobiles. Charles's most famous vehicles remain part of his legacy, sometimes referenced in pop culture and memorabilia collections. Ray Charles lived in several notable residences throughout his life, ranging from his humble beginnings in Florida to luxurious homes in Los Angeles and Beverly Hills as his fame grew. He spent his early childhood in a modest wood frame house in Greenville, Florida, now restored as a commemorative site and historical marker. As a teenager, Charles lived in Tampa before moving to Seattle in 1948, an important era for his musical beginnings. Ray Charles lived in Seattle from 1948 to 1950, where he made his first recordings and began developing his signature style, and lived at Eugene Street in Dallas during the mid to late 1950s while assembling his young band. He owned a sizable mansion in View Park, South Los Angeles, custom-built in 1956. The property included upscale amenities, such as 6 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, tennis court, piano-shaped pool, and sweeping city views, and one of Charles's trophy homes, located at Carla Ridge, Beverly Hills, offered very large area, premium finishes, and spectacular views. It has been listed for sale in recent years, and it is considered a symbol of his career accomplishments. Most reputable estimates place Ray Charles's net worth at about $75 million at the time of his death in 2004. Some financial outlets and biographical sources give higher figures of up to around $100 million, but $75 million is the commonly cited number. Ray Charles may Musical 1.